go do the phone scam, go do telemarketing, scam the old people, call the old people, tell them their roof is fucked, get their credit card number. You know what I mean? Like, that's what people really in this country are meant to do. Go to the call center. Go to the call center. Here's a list of people. Call the people. Get their credit card numbers or social security numbers. Rob them. This is what people are designed to do. Not be an honorable soldier in a war. No, it's go to the call center. Here's where you have lunch. You have lunch at Ranch 1. You get a chicken and cheese sandwich. Pretty good. Ranch 1 chicken and cheese is good because they have the long flat pickle. That Vlasic used to do the long flat pickle, the sandwich stacker. Ranch 1 has a really good chicken sandwich, and then you just call old people. That's the majority of the American economy is calling old people and terrifying them, screaming at them, telling them they're going to lose everything, but you have to give me, or you have to pay for this stuff. I remember after Hurricane Sandy, there was a call center in Long Island where I knew a comic who was working at it, where their job was to call old people and tell them that the government, FEMA, had given them too much money. And they had over-improved their houses. And FEMA wanted some of it back. This is true.
Damn.
And the people in Long Island lined up to do it because they're amoral. They have no morality. So they would call. Now, this is kind of a war. We have the best soldiers in the world at that war. The war of just calling an old person and go, hi, how are you? Is this Mrs. Donnelly? Yes. Now, do you remember when you got, I believe it was $92,000 from FEMA to make improvements to your house? Well, yes, I do. It was very hard, but we did it. Yeah. FEMA actually looked at their records. You only should have gotten about $60,000. You owe us $30,000. Literally, they were doing that to people. And she goes, what? What are you talking about? You'll lose your house if you don't come up with a payment plan. But this is how sick people are. Those people that are willing to do that, they're willing to call elderly people and demand money back. You cannot put them in a war zone. Do you understand? You can't put them in a situation where we have not trained Americans to do that. We've trained Americans. In a war zone, you have to just not, you have to go like, you have to listen to the general and you can't ask questions. You got to listen to your superiors. Americans are not built like that. They're built to not, they will listen to people and they will carry out orders with only if they can identify their self-interest in it immediately. Only if. If Americans are not, because, and the great Ray we've said it many, many times, and I'm going to say it again, it's why we cannot have a draft. We are a nation of fat cowards, and there is nothing where it's okay to be cowards, or it's okay to be fat, but there's nothing worse. Do you know how demoralizing it is to watch fat people run away from a battle? Do you know how demoralizing it would be on the world stage to watch fat people abandon and go AWOL and run away from a battle, which they would do in mass? If Americans cannot identify their if you want Americans to be in a war, you got to make it a business where they can get money and real money. You have to make it an entrepreneurial activity. It's not going to work if Americans cannot identify. The thing that Israel's done brilliantly is everything's it's Israel, it's us. They have a little ethno state over there, meaning that I know that they're well, there's some Arabs living there peacefully too. Yeah, it's primarily about the Jews. And there's nothing wrong with that, but that's what it's about. So everybody there is it's for Israel. My friends that are Israeli and they're Jewish, it is Israel. They go on birthright when they're young. They hook up with a chick. They have fun. They have a great relationship. to Israel because they consider it like part of their home, and they will fight for it and they will die for it. I like New Jersey. You know what I mean? But, let's just, America, we've not been trained with that mentality, like we're all in it together. We're not in it together in America. We have not been, that hasn't been, we're not really like, Israelis truly believe that Israel is their home and they're willing to die for their home. There's something very beautiful about that. It's very old school. There's a lot of honor there. Americans believe we're here, but we're here and we're all kind of also
all right, one more. Let's get one more.
with each other.